You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collecting Tips, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world, and show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna listen, treat, gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song to the break of dawn. Gonna run this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collecting Tips, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world, and show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is the PlayStation Collectors Podcast, Season 3, Episode 36, which is insane to me. My name is Joe Rad. How you guys doing? Joining me again as a special co-host today, we have Mr. Radical Reggie. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. Very excited.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an awesome episode. I am also very excited because we have a very special guest today. Today we have Mr. Mike Tucker joining us from Bitmap Bureau Games. How you doing, buddy?
Hey everyone, yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me, Joe and Reggie.
Dude, thanks for coming on. This is like my most respectable guest I've ever had. Reggie, I think.
It doesn't say a lot for the rest of your guests.
Oh, well, you know, we got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for coming on. And why don't you just introduce yourself? Tell everybody what you do.
Yeah, so my name's Mike Tucker. I think my position is design director at Bitmap Bureau. It's a bit of a vague title, but yeah, generally I come up with the designs for our games, but I also do a lot of the gameplay programming. Luckily, I work with some very clever programmers who bring our games to the retro platforms as well. But yeah, at Bitmap Bureau, we've been going for 8 years now, and we started off making the usual sort of Switch, Steam, PS4 games, as most indies do. But then we fancied a new challenge, and we kickstarted a game called Xenocrisis for the Mega Drive, or Genesis, as you guys like to call it. Yeah, that really transformed the studio, and our focus is now very much retro, but we're still supporting the modern platforms. And yeah, we're all about 2D pixel art action games generally.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have a great time doing what we do, and we're based in the south of England, a place called Southampton, which is an incredible city. Everyone should visit.
Yeah, right on.
About it, really. That's about all I've got to say.
Cool. So, what was the first game you guys created? Was it 88 Heroes?
Yeah, that was it was carried over from another studio, and yeah, it was floundering a bit because it was a difficult project, and we wanted to bring it to Steam and potentially Switch as well. But luckily, I teamed up with an old colleague of mine called Matt Cope, a very clever programmer, and he managed to take it was basically a Flash game at the time, but he managed to convert that into a working Unity project. Once you're in Unity, you can then hit PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. So yeah, that's how we got started, really. And seems like a long time ago now. And looking back, it was quite a crazy project. It was a game with 88 playable heroes, whereas most games might have 1 or 2 or 3. Yeah, it was a
Yeah, you're showing footage on the screen right now of all the different heroes and everything. Looks awesome.
Oh, yeah. There you go. And each one had to be coded individually.
Wow.
And there were 88 levels as well. So I think there were 88. God, I can't remember. Maybe it's 44. Anyway, a lot of levels, a lot of characters So it was a nightmare to program and test and design for. But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, we still get people messaging us now asking for a sequel, which I don't think will ever happen.
So I actually never I knew about the other your 3 major releases, which I'm a fan. I have all of them actually, but I never heard of 88 Heroes. And so today I was doing a little research, obviously, and I came across that game. And it was really funny because I went on YouTube and I'm like, oh, let me look this game up. And the first video I got was Reggie reviewing it like from like 7 years ago, talking about it. I'm like, I'll come full circle here. So I ended up ordering it today because I figured why not? I have all the other ones. I never played it, but it looks like a lot of fun. So
thanks.
I'm into it. So like I said, I am actually a fan of your games. So I can like literally prove it.
Nice to hear that.
I actually have all of them. So
I don't think even I've got them. I work on these games for years, but I rarely end up with a copy myself. And quite often we'll sell our own personal copies, or hand them on to family or friends. And you forget to keep one yourself. And so you do have a better collection than me.
I hope you kept the Switch Collector's Edition somewhere, because that one is outrageously expensive now.
There's Collector's Edition. Wow.
Xenocrisis from
that's nuts. It's like hundreds of pounds on eBay now, which is it's bonkers really. But we're doing a re-release as part of a collection, so it'll make it more affordable for people to get a physical copy.
Okay.
Yep. Good.
Well, Michael, what got you into video games? Like, what age did you start?
I reckon I must have been about 6. So that would be 1982, which I'm 40 today actually. Yeah, it's my birthday today.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. And I think my earliest memories was probably playing Xevious and Nemesis or Gradius in what we call a fish and chip shop. So a fish and chip shop, I don't know if you have them over there, but over here, you'll every city has multiple of them. And back in the 80s, they used to have arcade cabinets in the fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
So something to play whilst you're waiting for your fish and chips, I guess. I was just entranced by Xevious, the cabinet, the design of the spaceship, and the little jingles that played as you made your way through the game. It just stuck with me. And right next to it was Nemesis, of course, which was another incredible shooter. So I think those 2 games really hooked me. And from that point, I just had to play any arcade game I could, anywhere I could find one.
Right on.
So that's what I was going to say about your games. One of the things that I love is you guys definitely have like an arcade game design philosophy to your games, and oh my god, do I love it! Like I love that style of gaming, and I talk about it all the time. Like I'm a big shmup guy. So when you're talking about Xevious and Gradius, Nemesis, whatever you guys called it over there, like man, I was that's my fondest memories of video games back in the day was in the arcades playing those games, because that was a treat. So that's something I feel like us old timers we get to talk about, that the young generation just they don't have that experience. An arcade was like going to heaven when we were kids, because video games were already the most amazing thing in the world, and these were like better video games than you could play at home. Like like that like separation between what you could do at home and what you could do in the arcade was like very exciting. So like for me, another one was like the Darius double cabinet. I saw that, like, dude, like that blew me away. Like, and that's still one of the reasons I'm obsessed with shooting fish in video games and playing those things. Like, those memories stick with you forever. So I love that about you guys' games, that you kind of
the lights and sounds of going into an arcade, man, was like just amazing. Like the feeling and just everything, all the arcades is lined up next to each other, the sounds, and this is amazing. They never be able to replicate that again, but we remember how it was. And
absolutely. Experience. And every game was like a new sort of world, really. Even though I think we're probably plagued with Space Invaders clones in the early 80s, but even then, going from something like Pleiades to Mooncrester to Gallagher or Galaxian, each of them had their own distinct sounds and enemies, and their own atmosphere, really. And they were unmistakable. I remember Cornwall was where we used to go on holiday in the southwest of England, but yeah, there were just arcades everywhere, and you could hear the distinct, you could hear Defender from hundreds of yards away, and I miss those days really, and we're very much about creating those arcade experiences for the home, and especially with the support of the Neo Geo, it just demands that you have to make a game of a certain style that lasts for so long, so it helps you hone in your design skills, I think, concentrating on that arcade experience.
Yeah, and it's God, first of all, I like games that aren't afraid to like offer a little challenge, and like especially Xenocrisis. Like, I mean, I've beaten it the first time and had the experience that most people had. So like, I like the games. I like.
Sorry about that.
Like, no, hey, no, it's fine. I appreciated it after a while. I was like, oh right, yeah, this game's serious. All right, and I like that though, because I've tried to explain this to you before. There's something extremely satisfying when you like overcome an extremely difficult game, and if it's a game you like and you're having fun, it's a pleasant experience. Like to do it, and even if you lose a bunch of times, it's still super fun. So,
yeah. An example of that was Xenocrisis for me. I thought I was going to go right through the game, which I was doing really good at first. And I got to the end, and I realized, man, if you do a continue, man, that was it. No good ending. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? So I was mad at first. And then I was like, you know what, man, no, man, it's not going to happen to me. And I went through it again carefully. And I would say the fourth time I finally got through it. I actually appreciated the challenge. It kind of like let me know that I was kind of getting soft with certain games or whatever like that, because a lot of games today are really easy and they let you go through them and you get used to that. But you got to remember the old school challenge of these games, man, and how rewarding it is when you get through them. Like when I beat Xenocrisis that fifth time, I was like, I was walking with my chest sticking out. I was feeling good. So, definitely I appreciated it for that. And I'm hoping a lot of newer gamers will appreciate it too, as well, or just games in general that will give you that challenge instead of just making things very easy. Because Joe, we talked about this before. A lot of games today don't even have game over scenes anymore. It's just like a retry. Want me to make the game easier for you now, or something like that. So yeah.
Well, and another thing that Mike mentioned too is like that technological constraints at the time forced you to make games that like you couldn't make them 80 hours. Like you make 300 gigs worth of content. That's not how it worked. Like you had to have it fit on a cart. Right. So like your game, had to be challenging enough where that somebody who bought it would get their time and money worth out of it for them. You know what I mean? Like I remember like, certain games I'd get and I'd beat them really quick, and not really. Like I got Forgotten Worlds for the Genesis, and like you beat it like really quickly, but then like you try to beat it no death run or something, like that's different. So like I don't know, I like that philosophy of like making it harder and giving that challenge so that you can enjoy the game for a long time and get something more out of it than just playing through it for fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I grew up with. Really, video games were all about a test of skill, really, rather than like an experience. So. Yeah, there's a lot of players who probably won't appreciate our approach, but yeah, to me, a game, you should feel a sense of accomplishment when you complete a game, and you should have to play it, at least a few times to sort of learn the mechanics and learn the level layout or whatever. But I understand things have moved on, and with our next titles, we're trying to be a bit more balanced. But at the same time, there is that ultra hard challenge if players want that. But we've got different difficulty settings now and accessibility settings to make life a bit easier for people.
You have to, unfortunately.
We had to add a casual setting to Final Vendetta, which gave players the option to continue indefinitely, which it hurt me inside, but we got weirdly got quite a lot of hate mail, about making a beat 'em up with a continue system. People just really didn't like that, which baffled me really. Beat 'em ups, they shouldn't be a cakewalk. You do have to put the time in to learn how to make your way through the game and deal with each enemy and the bosses in particular. But what can you do?
I think it's just literally lost like lost, not like perspective. I don't think that there are people reviewing games now who, like I said, never went to arcades. They've never played games like that. They literally do not understand it. It's the same thing with shmups. A lot of people don't understand it. If you just continue feed a shmup and you beat it, you're like, what the hell? That was whatever. But that's not the point.
No.
Like, you can do that to practice, but the point is to try to beat it without, the 1cc. That's what makes arcade games insane. And it's funny because, like, all good arcade games, at first you think it's impossible. At first you're like, this is not possible, but then you just keep playing it and you just keep playing it and you learn and you learn and you position and you get to know a game in a deep way that you'll never get to play. Like, on a regular game you just play through once nowadays. Like, it's not the same. Like, I know Ghouls and Ghosts and Ghosts and Goblins. I know those games so well because I have played them thousands of times, and they still I get destroyed. But like, I can nail pinpoint jumps and do crazy things, jump over enemies and shoot down, and I can do just nutty things in that game just from really getting to know the moveset and the way the physics work. And I know that's the whole idea. That's what makes those games fun. And like, if people don't want that experience, if they're just like flooded with thousands of games, especially game reviewers, can you imagine? They don't want to play a game twice. They're like, get the hell out of here, dude. I have like, my job is I have all these things to do. Like, they don't want to put that time in. They want to like just win real quick, write up their review and move on. So I feel like if you give them that experience, they're not going to appreciate it at all.
Right.
Yeah. We have found that, but yeah, at the other end, there are people who appreciate what we do. And yeah, we're all about the arcade experience. Although, with our next 2 or 3 titles, we're trying to make more expansive games which aren't necessarily arcade focused. So more sort of console focused, I would say. So but ultimately we're always going to be supporting Neo Geo. So that just determines that you're going to be making an arcade game. Really, we don't want to be bringing an RPG to Neo, the Neo Geo. It just wouldn't sit right, really.
Oh man, it had to be a quick one. You had to be able to beat it within an hour.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there was Samurai Showdown RPG, wasn't there? I think on the Neo Geo CD, but certainly not on the cartridge machine. So we've got more beat 'em ups lined up, and we really want to make a shmup at some point.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I was like, you've done like my favorite genres. When's the shmup coming? Like, it's gotta be coming.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been exploring it for a while. It's just a matter of finding the right, maybe the right license or the right team. Myself and Henk Nieborg, he's our art director. He's crazy about shoot-ups as well. He's got a candy cab at home with lots of original boards, a lot of the cave stuff. So he's really keen to make a shoot-up, and as am I. So. But it's just about waiting for the right opportunity, and we've got to make Xeno Crisis 2 first. So that's gonna take a couple of years, I think.
So with Xeno Crisis, like, one of the things is really a lot of people know about that game is that it's pretty much available on every system. I wanted to ask, are there any other systems you guys will possibly be looking to possibly port that game to?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we have conversations daily about which future platforms we should be supporting, or which platforms in the future we should be supporting. We've got, I mean, I've spoken to you about the PlayStation 1. That's done, really. We're just looking at the disc manufacturing.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
it's PS1.
It plays great on the pad, of course, as you'd expect.
That's awesome.
But the disc manufacturing is a bit of a pain. Hopefully we can crack that soon. Game Boy Advance is done. We're just we've got a few little tweaks to make there.
Yes.
We've been looking at other platforms as well.
Maybe a PS3 or maybe an Amiga one would be weird as heck, but that'd be so cool though, I think. Or maybe even a Jack. Can I put on Jaguar?
Well, actually, I was gonna say I actually have some announcements. Some stuff I worked up for some future announcements for consoles that it's coming out for. Did you already know that, Reggie?
No.
Yeah. So it's coming out on the Apple Pippin.
Well, okay.
I wasn't sure if you, but yeah, that there
We were talking about. I think we were talking about that. I don't know if that was a joke, but
work. And then we got the Super Arcane.
I've not heard of that. What is that?
It's like a console that came out in Taiwan with like 12 games on it or something.
Oh, is it a family clone or?
I literally, it's a quiz question. I don't even know if it's real. Somebody, but this Kelsey demanded this. Your friend Kelsey, the Wonderswan version.
Wonderswan. Okay,
that's got to come out.
One song, and then Amazing Machine.
It was coming out on the Jaguar, but I heard you guys were going all the way, and you were going for the VR. Jaguar.
Gee, I forgot about that. I mean, Jaguar. Yeah, we are looking at Jaguar.
And then, of course, we gotta have the N-Gage. Come on, man.
Funny enough, we made some of the earliest N-Gage games back at our previous studio, so we're very familiar with it, especially any form of
I don't know.
So
I don't know how the sales would go for it, but I would appreciate it.
Yeah, very niche market, that one.
And then, of course, the 2600. It's going to be a little dumbed down, but if you can get it on the Game Boy Advance, I'm sure you could make it work. We could get it on the 2600. And then this is my personal favorite. I have one more. That's I'm telling you, if you did this, you're going to sell them like hotcakes.
Wow! Okay. Yeah, that'd be a design challenge for sure. Okay, yeah. We'll give it some thought.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Old school game design. I mean,
yeah. I think the lowest we'll go is 8-bit. Yeah, maybe the NES could be a good one. The PC Engine, which is kind of 16-bit. That's a platform that I love. Yeah, we looked at Game Gear. Master System would be cool.
Wow, Game Gear.
Yeah, but an Amiga version, that kind of makes sense because Henk Newborg is famous for his pixel art on the Amiga, especially Lionheart. So and yeah, the guys that I work with, they're quite fond of the Amiga as well. So yeah, but I think we'd have to bring it to the 500 to do it properly rather than the 1200. So it would be a proper challenge, yeah.
Okay.
But it could happen.
So speaking of the Master System, one of the games that Xenocrisis, there's two games that always reminded me of when I played it. It always reminded me of Smash TV. So I'm assuming that's an influence because it's just 100%. The way that, when you clear the rooms, the arrows, the lights, it just feels that way. And then also Alien Syndrome. I always got that vibe too. So when you said the Master System, I'm like, wait, it would look just like Alien Syndrome on the Master System. So I would be down with that because I used to love that game as well. So
yeah, both amazing games. There was quite a few other influences as well. Outzone by Tire Plan was one, which is the vertical shooter where you're actually a soldier on foot, which is quite unusual for Tire Plan. What else? Shock Troopers was one. Chaos Engine, Alien Breed, but also going back to like Berserk and Robotron as well, which is the forefather to Smash TV, of course. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is another one. So yeah, there's a lot of elements that got mixed up in the pot, and it came out as quite a nice game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Outzone would be a really cool one to get a re-release, to be honest with you. That's kind of like a lost shmup-ish. I don't know, I guess called a shmup. That's a pretty unique game. So
yeah, it never really got ported. And you can imagine it on the Saturn, really. But yeah, sadly, never happened. Perhaps it wasn't a big hit in the arcades. But yeah, I think it's quite an interesting game from Tire Plan. It's quite a departure from their usual stuff. So yeah, perhaps I don't know. Maybe someone like Limited Run could attempt it. But there's quite a few publishers out there now who deal with the retro side of things.
Right.
Yeah, but it does. I think it deserves to be ported. But yeah, I can't see anyone doing that for the Saturn. Really, it'd be quite a huge task. So the best you could hope for is like an emulated Switch port.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, City Connection or M4 can do it or something like that. They usually tend to do that, which I'm actually really happy to see that a lot of these like older games are getting some love, and kind of even more random obscure shmups are getting releases like through Strictly Limited and stuff like that. They're doing a lot of interesting stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, good to see. Yeah,
and so do you love like if you did make a shmup, like would it be more like Genesis style, like more Mega Drive-y, or would you go more toward the Neo Geo style with like Andros Dunos, like kind of? Would you have any idea what you'd want to do? They're both sick, so either way would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I love both horizontal and vertical shmups, but I think I'd probably go for vertical. I think from a design point, it's got a few more possibilities than horizontal. I think technically it's easier as well. But yeah, I don't know if I'd go full bullet hell. Some of the more recent bullet hell games are just it's just like too much going on. I think when the bullet patterns are just crawling across the screen, I think it doesn't really feel like a shoot 'em up to me. It's more like I don't know, it's some kind of puzzle sort of dodging game.
It's like a rhythm game. It's like a rhythm game.
Yeah. I think something like Dodon Patch, the first Dodon Patch, that kind of level. So not insane amounts of bullets, but that kind of pace and feel. I love Dodon Patch and Batsugun, Tatsujin as well, Tatsujin. Something along those lines. But I think it really depends. If we got a license or we were able to revive an old IP, I think that's probably what it will take.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you, your second game, I mean, after Xenocrisis was Battle Axe.
Yep.
How long was the development for that game?
At least a year, maybe 18 months. Again, that was kickstarted, and we had a great time working with Henk Nieborg, and we wanted to make another game with him, and he had these mock-ups of this sort of Gauntlet-esque kind of game, and we thought it looked amazing. So we thought, okay, let's try and turn this into a game, and the result was Battle Axe, which once again it's another arcade experience. It's quite a breezy playthrough, but it's not mechanically too complicated. It reminds me of a cross between Gauntlet and Golden Axe, I suppose.
It's a good
it was. I think it was quite a lot of work really for Henk in particular. He did every single pixel in the game, and there's a lot of pixels. So I think for future games we've been getting other artists to work with him, but it's hard finding artists who can match his level.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, this game looks unbelievably beautiful. It is so freaking gorgeous, man. It reminds me of, like you said, Golden Axe, or like maybe like Magic Sword or something like that, or like
Knights of the Rounds.
Oh god, it is it. And so I love the graphics, and I just freaking love the color palettes. Like these, it is. I'm telling you guys, this game is gorgeous. That's why I chose this for the background for the show. Out of all the games, I was just like, because I really do think this is a beautiful game.
Yeah, good choice.
It is just gorgeous, and I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. Like I said, your games always have like they're new games and somehow take me back. I get a nostalgic feeling from playing this game, and I've never played it. I felt like I was playing. Like
I think a lot of it is because we grew up in that era, and I've not really played too many modern games, so I think all of our output will naturally have that kind of retro feel, for better or worse, but hopefully for better. But it's I think we added a few interesting touches to the game that perhaps Golden Axe didn't have, or Knights of the Round and so on. It's a real fun playthrough, and I think we'd really like to expand on it. Again, a sequel would be lovely, but we just got so much on that I don't think a sequel is going to happen anytime soon.
Hey, well, it's possible. So in the future, maybe that'll happen. But the groundwork you guys laid down for this game is amazing. So people have a lot to look forward to when they play this game. Now, the other game, I mean, game after this is Final Vendetta, which is go to that one real fast here. Man, this game, I didn't appreciate this game as much as I do now when I first played it, and the reason because of that, I was playing. Me, I just got through playing the Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah,
and then right after we played that, It gave it the same day, yeah. And then right after we played that game, we turned this game on. We was like, oh, we don't know, man. I don't know. And then I put it in again. I was like, dude, this game is amazing. Like, I like this one better than the Ninja Turtles game. It was just like, I think we were so hyped up to play Ninja Turtles game that, like, I don't know, like we're just too hyped up. But this game, I just really appreciate the feel for it, man. I mean, definitely Neo Geo quality here, beat 'em up. And it's just like, man, I just had a lot of fun playing this one. And I love like the kind of throwbacks you guys had, like the subway level you're seeing here. I mean, obviously I thought of Final Fight Subway when I saw that,
Yeah, 100%.
You guys took the best beat 'em up games from our era and just took everything great about those and put it into this game, which I really appreciate. And this game I had a blast playing through.
Thanks. Yeah, it's nice to hear. I've always wanted to make a beat 'em up and something along. I mean, I'm really into Final Fight, as you can probably tell. But I felt the Neo Geo didn't have like a top tier beat 'em up, and we wanted to try and fill that gap with with Final Vendetta, and hopefully we've succeeded. Of course, the Neo Geo version's on the way. It's not far off now. It was built entirely with Neo Geo in mind, and hopefully the Neo Geo audience out there will come to love it when they eventually play it.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, it was kind of weird that Turtles got announced. Well, I think Final Vendetta's release that got announced, and then Shredder's Revenge. He was at .emu. Those guys they announced Shredder's Revenge was going to be released the day before Final Vendetta, which was kind of weird. But yeah, we'll take it as a compliment. And actually, looking at a lot of the reviews, it's like you said, Reggie, quite a few people actually prefer Final Vendetta, so that's really nice to hear. I mean, mechanically, they're very different games, and they appeal to a different audience. But I mean, Shredder's Revenge is extremely polished and very well crafted game. But yeah, hopefully we offer something a bit different. Certainly in terms of challenge, anyway.
Right.
I think this is a better game for sure. Like Shredder's Revenge, it's got Mike Patton on singing. He's like my favorite singer.
That's
in the
pretty
world.
cool.
So it's got a lot going for it. It's a fantastic game. I'm not sure, but this game is very technical. Like the move sets are amazing. Like what you can do with your characters.
Yeah, juggling the enemies. I love that.
And like the positioning is insane. Like the way you can group them together, use your main attacks to keep them on one side. You can also sidestep a lot and dodge. I think this game's really solid. It's a lot of fun, and especially if you want a game where you want to go for the 1cc, which I don't know. Shredder's Revenge is like 32 hours long. I feel like that game is like 16 levels or some crazy. How long? It's not arcade design. Let's put it that way. It is.
Yeah, it was meant to be like a home arcade design.
It's a console couch co-op beat 'em up for a new thing. It's not the same idea. Like I would never want to try to 1cc Shredder's Revenge because the sheer time it would take would be terrible. And then if I don't know, that's like arcade games are meant to be like a shorter, compact, just action-packed experience, really tight, and this game's fantastic for that.
Yeah, thanks. I agree. I think an arcade game, especially beat 'em up, should maybe take 30, 40 minutes tops. I think otherwise they can outstay their welcome. Even Final Fight, I found that got a bit lengthy at times. When you're going through, I think the industrial zone or even the final level, some of them drag a bit. So it's we tried to make it a bit more of a compact experience than Final Fight. We tried to keep the enemy variety up as well, and the set pieces and so on. So hopefully it sits well with beat 'em up fans. We added quite a few touches as well, like the dodging and blocking and ground hits as well. So and as Reggie said, the juggling too. So I think mechanically I think it's quite an interesting beat 'em up really, and there's lots of ways to play, and hopefully it will. Hopefully it'll do well on Neo Geo, which we'll find out soon.
Definitely. So I want to ask too, like, how was the development cycle for Xenocrisis?
It was pretty rapid, really. I think, I've been messing around with top-down games for quite a while. So I've done quite a few game jams in the past, and quite often the games that we attempt had that top-down perspective. So I've had a lot of practice with like enemy density and speed, the speed of enemies, speed of bullets, size of collision boxes. So yeah, I think once you've got a feel for that, it's quite easy to make a game with those elements. And yeah, once we decided we were going to make a Mega Drive game, we wanted to make something that really played to the strengths of the Genesis. In terms of the way it looked, sounded, and
it's funny to see you like after like the Genesis. Oh
Genesis.
God!
Yeah, I know, but you probably hear Mega Drive and think, what's he talking about?
I have my other co-host is from Australia, so and we have lots of European guests. So like I'm like totally Mega Drive. I'm fine with it now.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've accepted it. We're good.
No, I can say Genesis. I don't mind. But yeah, it just felt like the Mega Drive needed an arena shooter, and it had to be gritty and loud and explosive and fast, and all those elements sort of combined into this alien-based shoot 'em up. So I think I grabbed some placeholders from like Outzone and the sequel Fixate. You might have heard of it, and that was the starting point really. I think maybe the player might have been from Mercs. I can't remember. But yeah, I got something up and running, and it's pretty apparent that we're onto something here. And we sent a mock-up or a little video to Henk Nieborg, the great pixel artist, and said, what can you do with this? And he came back pretty quick with a mock-up, and it just looked incredible, really. And we said to him, can you actually do this on the Mega Drive? The Mega Drive's only 9-bit, and looks like using way too many colors. But we actually looked into his artwork, and it all fit in perfectly in the Mega Drive palette. We knew that with Henk's artwork and the game design we had, we were able to create a pretty special experience. And then, of course, there was the music, and I think the music might have even come first, really. So I've been listening to this chiptune musician called Savage Regime, who's this Swedish guy whose real name's Daniel Barlin. He's the stuff he does with the
Swedish
Yamaha.
People make the best music, by the way. Clearly,
strange, isn't they? ABBA, but he was incredible. And again, I wasn't sure the stuff he was doing was actually possible on a stock Mega Drive, but we got him to create a tune for us just for the Kickstarter campaign, and it just blew us away. We thought, this guy's incredible, we have to work with him. So so we had the music, we had the pixel art, the game design, and the technology to get the game onto the Gena Drive, whatever you want to call it, and it all just came together.
Yes.
We put together a prototype, put together a Kickstarter campaign, and it succeeded. And I think that in total the whole game was maybe, I don't know, 12 months, maybe 18. My colleague Matt actually had an accident. He struck his head on a cabinet door, which gave him concussion. So he was out of action for months, really, and we weren't even sure if he was.
I was expecting like a flux capacitor story, like Doc Brown, and then he designed the game. He's got a vision.
No, it was the opposite, really. His speech was slurred, and he had to sleep in the middle of the day, and everyone was really concerned about him, and we weren't even sure if he was going to be able to program again. But he did recover, and he eventually got the Mega Drive version done, and it went down really well. I think a lot of people say that it's one of the great games in the Mega Drive. So it's really nice to hear.
Right on. I do want to let everybody know in the chat that the games that we've talked about are on the Bitmap store, which reopened online, and we'll have Joe, you'll drop a link in the chat so people can click on it, and then after the video's over, we'll have it in the description as well if you guys want to check them out. definitely excited to see the store back up. I like what you guys did with it. This is awesome. Oh, 88 Heroes on there too. Right on. So very, very cool.
Yeah.
I
You
had
can't
no
buy
idea
it.
you guys had a GameCube version. What?
He's all the different versions you
GameCube.
get so far.
Yeah, most recently we've done Super Nintendo. It's on N64, Neo Geo, AES, MVS, CD, Dreamcast. All the big hitters really, but there's more to come.
Yep, I like those two hidden spots, those empty spots right there.
Oh yeah, we'll fill those.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is this would this be the best place to pre-order Final Vendetta when it does come out on the Neo Geo?
You can pre-order. Yeah, you can pre-order Final Vendetta right now on AES and MVS. And as far as Neo Geo goes, that's the only variants we can hit. Really, we looked at the CD, but we very quickly ran out of memories. So CD version won't be happening, but it's playing amazing on AES and MVS. We've got the same huge sprites and colorful backgrounds. So I thought
it was really awesome that you guys are doing MVS. One of my buddies, he has a store down in Oregon, and it's called Galactics. And he bought you guys sent him a game for the MVS system for Xeno Crisis, and he has it in his arcade. He's like, people were staring at it, and then they finally started playing it. Like people were like all over it because, oh my god, it's a new arcade game. Like he had film of people playing it, which was really cool and amazing. I'm so happy you guys decided to go the arcade route too. Because people still have, obviously arcades, everything like that. So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I've got a Blast City next to me here. But there's still a few. Actually, I think there's more and more arcades popping up, really. So I think every good arcade should have an MVS cabinet. So
yes,
we'll be
totally
continuing to support MVS for a long time yet. Big announcement coming up soon regarding our next MVS AES game.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, it was going to be May, but it might be June now. We'll see.
Okay, right on.
And then this is another announcement. This is what we were talking about earlier, guys. So if you do like the games or interested in the games we were just discussing, they are coming out as a compilation, all three of them. We got Xeno Crisis, Battle Axe, and Final Vendetta all in one thing. It's coming on the Switch and PS5, I think, so far.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No PS4, right? Should I hold out? I'm kind of a PS4 guy.
It says PS4 right there, but I'm not sure that's it.
Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, okay. Platforms. Well, maybe digitally, but maybe physically, maybe it won't be. Who knows how that works?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't get too involved in the business side of things. But it's coming out physically for some machines. Xbox. I know it's not coming to Xbox, which is a shame. But
that's a shame.
Yeah, the Xbox doesn't get a lot of like I don't know what happened with them with physicals. I think it's because of that subscription service they have. That a lot of physicals aren't made for them.
Well, I think maybe a lot of it is down to the minimum runs they have to do those. So when they press a new game, they might have to do might be 100,000 discs or something. Yeah, and if a game is only likely to sell 10,000, then it's just not worth it. So I think that plays a big part in why you don't see many physical Xbox releases.
Okay.
Well, we're all about physical games over here, so if it's not, that's literally very important. And this is a nice little collection you got here. It looks like it's got the soundtrack CD, the postcards, got an art book. That's the trifecta: the art book, the game, and the soundtrack. The postcards is a bonus, but that's the trifecta: the game, and it's amazing to me that I have to say the game needs to be included in the game nowadays.
Sometimes you open up the box and you get a bit of paper with a code, right?
Sometimes you just get the box, the soundtrack, and the art book, and that is not the trifecta. The game needs to be in there.
Man.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well,
definitely going to pick
very cool. So you guys in the chat, definitely check this out. If you haven't got these games yet, boom, right in front of you.
Yeah, and like I said, sorry,
it's probably the cheapest way to get a physical copy of Xeno Crisis. If you go to eBay, it's like £200-300. So but I hope
the PS4, this version, just for PS4, this isn't cheap either. Like
No,
Really?
a new copy sealed is like, I'm gonna say between 125 to 150 ish.
Just for that version?
Just for the PS4 version.
wow.
And an
That's
open one.
the standard one. So I'm imagining the collector's one. Whew.
Yeah, the collector. I didn't see many when I looked earlier. I didn't see collector's editions. I'm just talking the standard sealed copy of this was going for that. So this ain't cheap either. And then on the Switch, it's even worse. So yeah, if you want to get Xenocrisis, you know that's the way
to
to
do
go.
it now. To this
Or
collection.
Unless you
Be
can
a-
play,
be a
if you
real
play
baller.
retro, that's even better, of course.
Be a real baller and get it on the Evercade because
There you go.
That's the real value. This is what you should be doing. People sleep on the Evercade. You get the best value there is if you buy this stuff. And what is now? Are you associated with this Tanglewood game at all? Do you like know these people or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you say people, but it's just one guy really. Called
it's CNBC. I'm sorry, this is the guy who made the game. The one guy.
No, I mean, yeah, he had. I think someone helped him with the art and the music, of course. But yeah, it's really down to a guy called Matt Phillips, who's also based in the UK. So he was partly why we made Xenocrisis. We saw what he did with Tanglewood, and we saw that a Kickstarter was viable. So yeah, we kind of followed his lead really. But yeah, even during the development process, we had some good conversations with him, and he helped us out with a few things. We helped him out. So yeah, when the opportunity came to put both games on the same Evercade cartridge, yeah, we're more than happy to do so. Because yeah, he's a great guy, and yeah, we've got a lot of respect for him.
That's
right
cool.
on.
Yeah, and
I love if you look at our Mega Drive PCB, I think it has both of our logos on there. So yeah, we actually helped him produce a few copies of Tanglewood for the Mega Drive as well.
Okay. Which is interesting. Gag says that Xbox has a minimum print of physical games of 25,000 because they could see that being a huge barrier to entry for most small developers.
Yeah,
I think it's 5,000 for PS4, something like that.
I love that Cag knows that too, man, because he's on it when it comes to Xbox. But I did want to ask you, Mike, what are you currently playing right now? Like, are there any games you playing right now currently?
Playing. I got myself a little machine the other day. I'll see if I can grab it. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm interested because right now I just actually beat Grand Blue Fantasy.
You finished it? Oh,
I did finish it. Dude, that game was long. I'm
at the temple of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm like at the very end, and so I'm gonna beat that this weekend, and then I was either gonna get that and play that, or I'm gonna play Star Ocean, man. I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna open my game and I'm gonna play it.
Okay, all right,
in your face.
I like hearing that.
Face. At least once it's gonna happen. He makes fun of me because he knows that I'm
actually playing the game, yeah. Rather than leaving it on your shelf, yeah. I'm very guilty of that. I buy a lot of games. Well, not many games, but yeah, I rarely get to play them these days. But yeah, that's my most recent.
Play them.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
right on.
Yeah, old school Famicom. Try and get it in frame. There we go. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I'd always wanted one. Yeah, because I kind of missed out on the NES, and I thought the best way to experience would be to get a Famicom, which is RGB modified. And yeah, I've got the EverDrive cart in there as well. So yeah, I've been checking out a bit of Contra and Castlevania and Mario. It's just great to play those old classics on a CRT as they were intended. And yeah, it's a lovely system. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that.
Right on, man. I almost had a chance to get one of those. I need to probably pick one up.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's I think it you get a few benefits with it as well, because I think it plays different music in certain titles, like Castlevania 3. I think you get a better.
That's right. It has that chip. It plays that music chip that's in there.
Yeah, so
endings and stuff to certain games in the Famicom versions too. Don't they get like aren't there slightly different things in certain games?
Yeah, I mean a lot of games got censored. Even Contra, for the American release, they stripped out a lot of the background animations. So well worth getting one. It's great little machines. So yeah, been playing a bit of that. I haven't played anything else recently. Bit of PlayStation, I suppose, but not much. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you're
just
good.
too busy making games, really.
I hear you on that, man. Right on. It's kind of crazy for me because I'm like with the videos I'm putting out, man. It's hard for me to put time into games like I want to. Like I remember when Final
Yeah.
Fantasy Rebirth came out, I said, man, no more YouTube videos. No people, leave me alone. I've been waiting for this game forever, and I tried to play it. Everybody's calling me. Stuff was coming out. I couldn't be played immediately, so I was upset. But when I finally got to play it, I got to play it undisturbed, and it was an amazing experience. And I'm really happy that they actually created that game. It feels like a live world you're in when you play something like Final Fantasy Rebirth. It was just amazing. And I'm a big fan of original Final Fantasy 7. I even though that game had its problems, like the ending was horrible. I'm assuming that everybody knows about Aerith and everything like that in that game. I thought
no spoilers.
I know, right?
No. Yeah, I've completed it. I can't remember it, but I've completed it.
Yeah. So I still gotta remember it.
Was the ending that bad?
Okay, the ending. Yeah, it was horrible. Basically, it shows like a flash of light, like with the situation that happens, and then it goes to a scene 500 years later. Like, what? Are you kidding me? 500? I wanted like maybe 5 hours, 5 days, 5 months. 500 years later, man, come on. That was horrible. So I'm happy that they remade it. Yeah.
So funny, my girlfriend, she's been watching me play Final Fantasy since the very first game. So she watched me play the one like a few years ago. She's been watching me play this one, and she doesn't know. She has no idea what's gonna happen. And we're like at the temple now, and she's even said to me, she's like, make sure that you don't play that game. I want to see what happens. I love the story. I want to see what happens. And I'm like, oh, don't you worry. I'll make sure you're there to see it. And it's like she keeps saying stuff like, Aerith is my favorite. And I'm like, oh, God sakes.
Funny box of tissues, yeah.
She's like, I know all the girls, I like her the best. She's like, Tifa's kind of like dressed like a hoe, and all this other stuff's wicked funny. And she's just like, Aerith, she's like totally team Aerith, and I'm just like, you're gonna be so disappointed soon.
Who'd you go on a date with?
Barrett. No, I'm just kidding.
You got Barrett?
No.
One of my friends got Barrett. He was so mad. I was like, how'd you do that? Hilarious.
I went. I got Aerith. I went with Aerith. Yeah.
Cool,
I mean, I did that on purpose. So, yeah. How'd you like Grand Blue Fantasy? You said you're almost done that game, right?
Yeah. Well, I beat it. It was very long. It was the game I was trying to beat before Final Fantasy came out, but it didn't happen. So I beat it afterwards. I leveled up online with the Joel from Media Glitch. We were playing it together for a long time. And then when it came to beating the game, it was pretty easy, but it's drawn out. I mean, you think the game's going to end, and there's like 2 more chapters left. It's like all these crazy boss battles that are amazing. And I wish you could play a lot of them. Maybe you can online with other people. Maybe I had to unlock them, but they were like out there, dude, like really like well done. And I found out they've been working on this game for 8 years. 8 years.
Wow.
The development for that game. So I was like, wow, dude, they really put their heart and soul into it. So it showed. But that was a fun experience. And now I'm working on Uden Chronicles, 100 Heroes.
I heard that's hard.
It's old school RPG. Basically, you got the random encounters, which are like, ugh, gosh, that's annoying. But they're not too bad. But still, this random encounter when you're trying to go run to a save point, save real fast because you run out of items, resources, battle, and then you can't run away from it. You get killed. Like little frustrations like that are annoying, but it's old school. So people are familiar with the Suikoden series, the Suikoden, whatever they want to call it. They'll be familiar with that. But I like it for what it is, and it's kind of crazy that the man who created the series actually passed away right before the game came out and everything. So that's pretty much one of his last things he put out to the world. And it was in his design, thankfully, how he wanted the game to be, because he liked the original, like how the original first 2 Suikodens were. So he wanted it to look like that. So, and I'm happy that people kickstarted it, helped it come through, and I'm having a great time with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people complain about the design, and the choices say it's a little hard, it's a little too old school. And again, I'm like, the whole time I'm like, this sounds sweet.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I'm like, I hope it's like, yeah, like I want to die, I want to lose. Like I don't want games that just you always win. That's not games.
It's not a game, is it? Yeah, it's more.
No, it's not like
story or.
Like you said, Mike. It should be for me. It was always a test of skill. It was like the games, like people like us, like having a scoreboard. Even people are like, that's a weird concept to people now. They're like, score. I'm like, when we were kids, we would like be like, oh, I got a better score in Asteroid, son. What's good? We would like that meant that meant something to us, you know.
Yeah, their score system is the achievement system and the trophy system. That's their score system now. Like, oh, look at, I got this trophy, I got this achievement. So
I know.
I guess that's how I look at it now. But yeah, high score was on point.
That's true. That's like more like a meta thing. It's like that's just like your gamer score, which is like a weird thing. And I never got really into that, but man, I know people who got real obsessed with that number during like Xbox 360 days and stuff. Man, I remember people like they would just be like, "What's your score, bro?" Like that was like I'm like
trophy and achievement hunters.
Well, what's my score? Let's play Tekken. I'll show you what my score is. Come here. I'll show you what my score is, motherfucker. That's my score. You lose.
Yeah, I never got involved in all that. I think I bowed out around the PS3 era and Xbox 360 era. But yeah, it was all about achievements, and yeah, we're putting achievements into our current game at the moment, trying to come up with some interesting ones. I think it's quite cool. It's quite a cool feature that players can get rewarded for doing pulling off interesting feats or difficult feats. But yeah, back in our day, you sort of make up your own achievements when you get through the whole game with just one credit or not getting touched.
Mm-hmm. No death runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
never had any proof, did we? Everyone can record now, but back in the day, we couldn't even take a photo of your high score. Even that was like a real luxury. So
they could reset your score down at the arcade.
That's it. Yeah,
you could have some god score. You can go in there one day and it's just gone. You're like, oh
yeah,
heck.
They want to reset it.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Joe, is it the time for the quiz or?
Well, it is, but I just before. So we have this thing on this show. It's called Figsy's Quiz, and before I figured people probably want to know what the hell who's Figsy. So Figsy's my co-host who's usually here, but I don't know if you guys know, but he's like a semi-pro GeoGuessr player. Do you guys know what GeoGuessr is?
I love GeoGuessr. Yeah, I made a game once which was very similar to GeoGuessr using Google Street View, and this was like must have been a good year before GeoGuessr came out, and it was cool. But yeah, I couldn't finish it off. I hit some problem with the Google Street View API, and it kind of just floundered really. And then like a year later, there's GeoGuessr, and
cool.
It becomes a huge success. So yeah, kind of annoying, but yeah, I love. What I don't like about GeoGuessr is it's locked behind a subscription service. I think, which is a real shame because me and my daughter love playing it. I think it's it's a great game. Good way of learning about geography as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's actually like an educational-esque game, I would say, but like it's really fun, and it's like actually like it could be a useful skill. You never know. You could get kidnapped. You could crawl out of a burlap sack somewhere and be like, I'm in Armenia. I know where to go. You never know.
You can look at a lamppost and know exactly where you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could be like staring out of like a little hole in the trunk of the car and be like, I see 602 license plates. We're definitely in. I don't know, but you never know.
Hopefully that won't happen, but. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, no. But the whole point is that he's been away for the show for a little while, and he's been traveling the world because he said he's learned everything he can from Street View, and he needs to like hit the streets themselves, and he needs to like be with the people. He needs to it's the only way to up his game to become a GeoGuessr master.
Wow,
so he's been going around the world, and he's been sending me photos, and he's keeping us updated. And this week, he sent some photos from his trip to Japan. So here he is. This is photo number 1. There he is. He's having some dinner. He's met a nice lady.
I can't see if that's photoshopped or not.
Oh no, these are all 100% real.
Okay.
He got his hair done. He's looking really good. He's even got a little tan. He's looking pretty nice right there. Yeah. He's got the double sword. He's got the outfit. He's got the sandals. I mean, that's pretty authentic. And then I'm not even sure how he got this picture, but I think maybe some sort of time travel machine, or like maybe they have like one of those like old time, like you could get like a wanted dead or alive old dirt bar, like 6 Gun City type, you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know what that is. And then this one, he's really becoming, enjoying the culture, really making the most of it. And
Oh Lord,
there he is there.
Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Sailor Moon, huh?
It's like
Yeah.
having fun.
So he's having a lot of fun, and he said he's going to keep checking in with us week to week until he comes back. And just remember, Figsy, I'm going to keep showing these pictures until you come back. So you better come back.
Yeah, hurry
They're
up.
gonna get worse every week.
Man,
Anyway, it's time for the quiz. You ready for the quiz?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. It's time for the Figsy quiz. All right. So this quiz has like a theme this week.
Okay.
And so the theme is a little video. So here we go, right? All the quiz answers have ERO in the answer.
Okay.
So that combination of letters in that order. So it's not like there'll be an E here and an RO, but that ERO, that will be part of the answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Okay. You guys like this dope pixel art that I chose to?
Samurai Showdown 1 or 2? I can't remember. But...
Yeah, I don't know.
Beautiful.
I'm like, yeah. So figured you guys appreciate that. I love these things. Okay. So who would like to go first? Mike, you're the guest. You get to choose.
Oh, I'll go first. What the heck?
Okay. This is gonna be a pretty easy question for you.
Okay. Ease me in.
Okay. So question number 1. This chaotic 2D platformer was developed.
88 Heroes, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the kind of question I like.
Yeah. So that's sorry, Reggie. That was kind of easy. So we got 1 point. All right. Now, Reggie,
yes.
your question is, do I have a picture of this one? I don't think so. Okay. Name the only Mortal Kombat character that appears in every main installment of the series. And remember the hint.
Yeah, that's easy. Oh, Sub-Zero.
What's the answer?
Yeah, so I don't know. I hesitated right there. I thought it was too obvious, I guess. Yeah, Sub-Zero.
Very nice. All right. So we got 1 for you and 1 for you. All right. Next question. This survival horror series was originally an exclusive on the Dreamcast. Survival horror game. Famous survival horror game.
Oh, okay.
I believe it started off as an exclusive on the Dreamcast.
It's an easy one.
Eventually it was ported.
Something Zero. God, it's not. Oh, man. See, Blue Stinger came to mind. Then Carrier. Oh, not Codename Veronica. Yeah, well, okay. Oh, I wouldn't say that's an exclusive because it's like
It started off as an exclusive.
Yeah, it started.
Oh, yeah. Codename Veronica. It has to be. Yeah, Veronica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Resident Evil. That was we could have gone with the GameCube answer too. But yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Carrier is a lot of people don't know about. Carrier is a good survival horror too.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's like a little more well-known, unknown.
Carrier Saturn or Dreamcast? Oh, I can't remember. So long ago. Anyway.
I think that one's Saturn because I think Dreamcast is the Ill Bleed is the weird one on Dreamcast, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really a quiz master. All right, Reggie, I'm going to show you a screenshot of a game, and you have to tell me what game this is.
Ooh, that is Jesus, Samurai Squirrel. I'm trying to remember the whole name of it. I have the game, and I have it on the Game Boy Advance of all systems. I guess I'm not getting the whole name right. It's Kamikaze Squirrel. Zero.
I'm like the worst.
It's very close.
Put it all together, man.
I'm so close, man. This is so weird.
You pretty much have it. You pretty much said all of it separately.
Zero
Yep.
tolerance.
No.
Nope. That's totally different game.
You guys know the zero tolerance came. I've been watching X-Men '97, so zero. The kamikaze squirrel.
Yeah, that's it.
I got it. Okay.
That's it, man. Good for you, dude. That's impressive. I would have never.
I didn't know it came out on Genesis. Well, I have the weirdest version of the game. I have the Game Boy Advance one. At least I think I do. Yeah. Wow.
All right, question 5. What word is missing from this cover from this 3DS game?
God. 3DS. Oh, not even played a 3DS game.
You look like a SpongeBob man.
Must be a hero of some kind. SpongeBob. I have no idea. No, never played it. Never even heard. Well, may have heard of it.
Ain't nothing wrong with guessing.
So, is it just one word you're looking for?
It is technically one word, yeah.
Technically,
but it's the word itself is a combination of 2 words.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. But it is like one word. And let me know if this helps.
No, you got me. I've never played it. No, I'm not big into 3DS SpongeBob games. Sorry. But it could be, I don't know, Hero to Zero or Zero to Hero or don't know. Pass.
Pass. Close. You almost got it, but not quite. Do you know it? Reggie?
SpongeBob Heroes. Wait, you said it's a combination of 2 words.
Yeah.
Damn, I said my answer already. Damn it.
It's all good. It's SpongeBob Hero Pants.
Hero Pants. Wow.
You know, I mean, it makes sense, I suppose.
I missed that one.
Yeah, and it's like even the SpongeBob games I may know something about. Definitely not the 3DS one. Like that's a tough one.
No,
but I'm sure when you have to come up with questions that all have ERO in the answers, you kind of have to go with what you got.
Well done. That's a good one. I'll remember that one.
All right, Reggie, this one's for you.
Okay.
What is the missing word from this game cover?
That one is Emperor.
Bam!
Yeah, Emperor's Tomb.
Well done. Well done. All right, Mike.
Okay.
The name of what Canadian filmmaker is missing from this cover of this video game?
Canadian filmmaker. God, I don't think I know that name. Dark Angel.
Reggie knows. Reggie knows every TV PS2 game there is.
So this is the guy behind Dark Angel. Was Dark Angel a film?
It was a series.
It was a TV show, and it was created by this guy, and his name is on there. So it's like this blah 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 Dark Angel. So just what's the name of the guy there?
I guess.
No, I don't know. I've never played Dark Angel. I've never heard of Dark Angel.
That's a quality title, sir. How could you not?
It looks like.
I figured this would be the inspiration for all of your games.
No, I'm afraid not.
No.
I don't even know too many Canadian film directors either. So yeah, I'm at a loss there.
So
you pass, Mike?
Yeah, I'll pass.
All right.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think, Reggie?
Is it Joss Whedon or whatever? I can't figure out how to pronounce his name properly.
It's gotta have ERO in it.
Oh, damn! Forgot the main rule.
Joss Whedon was Buffy.
That's right. So I'm totally wrong. I don't know. That's a tough one.
James Cameron.
I didn't know he was involved in that.
James Cameron.
James Cameron.
Gosh,
Titanic, huh? Avatar.
Yeah, that's right. So a lot of people don't realize this is actually his finest work.
It
Yeah,
lasted
he's
2
kept
seasons, right?
He's kept that quiet.
I have no idea. All I know
Yeah,
is that we
maybe
need more shows that revolve, like the premise of the show is we'll just put a hot broad in leather pants. It's like pretty much the 2000s. That was like the strategy for most television shows. And it worked. I don't know why we break with these traditions. We need to go back. This one is for Reggie. Am I right? Reggie,
Yeah.
this is for you. Okay. What is the missing word from this Wikipedia article?
Let's see here.
Blank was one of the first major hits of the golden age of arcade games. The game sold 47,800 upright cabs and 87 cocktail cabs. Yeah.
In the 80s, okay.
Reggie, I found some new music besides the tense music that I think will help as well. You want to hear it?
Go for it.
Let me know if this makes it easier to think.
Oh my god, get out of here.
It's like instant PTSD, man.
Not too bad.
I'm gonna say
Half the people listening just like threw up.
I'm gonna say the original Mario Bros.
Not Mario Bros.
Oh, I could. Damn.
Asteroids.
Mike with the steal. Asteroids.
Wait, Reggie.
Was it Asteroids?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that, man. Dang.
Okay,
Man.
so this gentleman is an American director, programmer, and developer in the video game industry.
Yeah, I met him last year. John Romero. Legend.
Yeah, that's probably cheating. You know him in real life.
I met Brenda as well. Yeah. Really lovely couple. They came over to the UK and I think he's working on a new FPS.
Yeah, he worked on Wolfenstein, Doom 2, Hexen, Quake, pretty much every entire
like Katana as well.
Yeah. Very amazing dude. And he's an American director too. Does he make films or something? I'm assuming, yeah.
So nobody's got involved in directing, but
I don't know. It says American director, but I don't know what that means. I'm thinking of maybe George Romero. Does he make them zombie movies?
Yeah, I don't think they're related.
All right, so this one is for Reggie. What is the full name of this character? So this is a variation of the Shy Guy, but what is this character's name?
Sunday Amigo Shy Guy?
Not Amigo.
Oh wow. Mike, it's up to you.
The only word that pops into my mind is
I know now.
Kero. I've got Kero in my head. Kero, but don't know.
It is literally Sombrero Guy.
Sombrero. Oh no, it's right there.
He's got the hat.
So simple.
He's got the hat there. Yeah. Like I don't know. There's so much. So there's two games apparently I've learned on this show that I've learned. There's an unbelievable amount of stuff I didn't know about. It's Mario. There's an absurd amount of stuff to know about Mario and the names and everything. Yeah. And Tetris. There's so much lore about Tetris. There's so many questions about the names of the shapes and the things in the box. I had no idea. Did you know that every shape in Tetris has a cool name and they have all these things? Any of that stuff,
was it in the NES manual? Maybe. I think that's where
manuals. I don't need directions. Whose turn is it? Because I've lost track.
I think it's Mike.
It's Mike's. It's Mike's. Okay. Okay. What is the missing name of this game?
Dangerous. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Yeah. I've played it in its very early stages many years ago.
Oh, well done.
Cool game.
It's extremely fun. If anyone's unfamiliar with this game, basically it's like a co-op game, and you have a spaceship, and you can like either steer or man the guns, or like I think feed it fuel or something like that, and like you can all like take different turns or run around, and you can play it one player too, but it's awkward. But yeah, it's a super fun game, very creative. I'm obsessed with couch co-op games in general, so any 2-player game that comes out like that, like the co-op, I always get all those games.
Yeah, it's one of the best for sure.
All right, Reggie, I'm going to show you a screenshot. You're going to tell me what game this is from.
Deception.
Oh, yeah, give him that. Yeah, Kagero Deception. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is Deception.
Yeah.
Everybody usually goes by Deception when it comes to that series, but I never really call it by its real name, which is...
No,
I wouldn't either. I would always call it Deception. Nice job, though.
That's a tricky one.
All right, Mike.
Okay.
What is the name of the Japanese entertainment rating organization based in Tokyo that rates video games?
CERO.
Dang.
Yeah.
I hate those bastards.
We deal with them all the time.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Reggie. Last question. What was the name of the game series for the Atari 2600 that tried to capitalize on the lack of pornography available in the medium of video games? The development was deliberately sloppy and rushed because quality didn't matter. They only needed a product on the store shelves.
Right. I actually don't know this one because I didn't really do a lot of history on these games because they were like out of the price range. So yeah, I never really looked at them.
Well, this is what's funny to me because we're in 2024 arguing about Stellar Blade's cleavage, and I'm like, where have you been the last 40 years? Did you? We've seen a lot worse than that a long time ago. Like, I don't even like. Goodness.
Bachelor party.
Weird,
wow. Yeah, I've got to pass this one to Mike. I'm not sure at all.
I think logically the only word it could be is erotica.
That's correct.
Really?
That's correct. It's erotica.
It is. And with the dominating win, like, geez, man, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct answers.
Really?
7 correct answers.
Reggie got a few though, right?
Reggie got 4 correct answers.
Yeah.
Final score 7-4.
Not bad.
So congratulations.
What's the prize?
You get this cool music.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII. Just leave that running for the rest of the show. I'll be happy.
Let's be honest though, like if that played in real life every time something awesome happens, you wouldn't like fucking love that. You know what I mean? Like you're at work or something, and it's like you like finished your job. That played.
Yeah. Made a cup of tea or something. Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, now we also have a chat question. Do I have it? I think I have it from last week. So nobody got it last week, so I'll put it in this week as well. Basically, there's a picture, and you guys are supposed to try to like look at the picture, and try to guess the name of the game from the picture.
Okay.
So not you, Mike, not you, Reggie. This is for the chat.
It's for the chat, right? Okay.
This is for the chat.
We'll be
so I'm gonna
quiet.
show them a picture, and they can try to guess it just for fun. So this is question. So this is the game. These are the 3 pictures. You got to kind of piece it together. I'll let you think about it. Nobody got it last week, so we'll just keep putting it up there until someone gets it. Yeah. Good shit, man. That was fun.
The lady with the tomatoes, hilarious.
Heck yeah. So, you guys got any pickups you want to show off?
Oh yeah, the pickups part of the video. We made it here. Who wants to go first?
Oh well, Reggie's all about the pickups, isn't he? So I think you should go first, Reggie.
Let me go first.
Let me go first. No. I only have like 3 things. Let me go. I don't want to follow nobody who has good stuff. I've been
I'm
there.
trying to do my-
Someone's like, I have Metal Slug on the Neo Geo, and I'm like, I got the new Kirby, and that is cool.
No, my friend was showing off his copy on the BBC News the other day. Actually, his copy of Metal Slug Neo Geo made the
insane.
mainstream news. Yeah, I think it's worth what, 25 grand now or something crazy.
Yeah, I think it's around $30,000 or something like that at least. It's
Nuts, absolutely nuts.
crazy.
Deposit
So
for it.
I just got a few pickups, nothing too crazy, but I've randomly decided to pick up all of the Disgaea games.
This guy,
Yeah, they're little strategy games. There's like 7 of them now, 8 of them, 7 of them, something like that, crazy. And a lot of them are on the PS4. Like I think only 2 and 3 aren't available, but you can get like 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all on the PS4. So I'm just gonna pick them up. They're cheap and they're RPGs, and I like them. And they don't that whole sentence doesn't stay that way for very long. So if you like want RPGs later on down the line, NAS games and stuff, they're always stupid expensive. So I'm just picking them up now. This is like $20 or something. So I grabbed that one. I also picked up 5. I already have 7 and 6, so I think I just need 4. And then 2 and 3, I can either pick them up on the PS2, or I think they're on the Vita, maybe.
Yeah. Did I play it on the PSP maybe back in the day?
1 and 2 is on the PSP because I own 1 and 2 on the PSP.
That's where I played it. Yeah.
3 and 4, I think 3 is the only weird one. Like it's like only on the Vita or the PS2 or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll get it.
Cool theories.
Yeah. And then I picked this up randomly. I did a trade down at my local game store, and they had this, and I didn't order this at the time from limited run, so I grabbed this. This is This Way Madness Lies. It's like a new RPG that kind of looks like a Sailor Moon type game or something. I don't even know. I think this is the one that's based on Shakespeare.
Okay.
Could be wrong, but I believe that this is the game that's like heavily inspired by Shakespearean tales or something like that. I don't know. It was one of those ones where at first I wasn't like super excited to order it, but then I was like, it's a cool looking RPG, and I do like the graphical style. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, kind of looks like Shining Force to me graphically, which I love that game. Like the fight scene. So yeah, and then this is actually this is the best pickup I've gotten in a while. I'm pretty excited about this. This game right here. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, if you collect PS4 and you don't have this game, I don't know if you're doing it right. Like, this is like a must-have. You have to have this, Reggie. If you don't have this, you got to get it. Everybody, this is. I'm hyping it up. You guys feel hyped? Is this hyped enough? Is it hyped enough? There it is. Sven der Snurkenaut. Which I'm pretty sure.
I don't know that one.
So I'm pretty sure like this entire game is about like you're a sheep who has sex with other sheep. Yeah, that's what this is. It's like Sven the Sheepfucker or something.
Collecting for the PS4 is gonna be like if you're going for a complete set or something like that, or just like exclusives. It's gonna be a crazy system to collect for, like everything, like insane.
Yeah, with all the indie releases on there as well. Yeah, it's gonna be. Have they exceeded the number of PS1 games yet? They must. I guess they must.
I feel like they have. I really do.
Yeah.
But oof, man.
So yeah, I mean it's a game about banging sheep, so it is what it is. But
there's a game for everything now, isn't it?
It's exclusive to PAL. It only came out in Germany, and it's actually kind of difficult to get it cheaply. It's kind of expensive for what it is. Like if you live over in Germany, I'm sure you get it for like $10 or something now, but like it's kind of expensive to get it shipped over here. But dude, come on, you gotta have it. It's just you gotta have. There's certain things I have to have, man, and that's just one of them. Like I couldn't like
you are the collector.
That was like
collector.
Dude, that's like that was on the list like of games that like, oh, I gotta make sure I get that before it's too late. I gotta get that sheep fucking game.
It'll be a hidden gem on Metal Jesus Rocks one day.
Oh my god! Can you imagine I took that on there and said, "Hey, hidden gem, guys, check this." Oh my god, man! I would hear the end of it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not saying it's good. That's not what I'm saying at all. Oh yeah, no. Don't take my opinion as like this is a good game. This is just like you got to have it in the collection. I have quite a few games like that. There are games that are good you need to have, and then there are games I call them meme games. They're like meme games. They're like Gollum and King Kong, and like I like having like terrible games too. So
yeah, I'm saying I like watching terrible films.
yeah.
There's still fun to be had, I think, even from a bad game or a bad movie, even like bad music. It's become a thing, hasn't it? Really, things that are so bad that they sort of cycle back around and become good somehow. Neil Breen films, I've been watching all of them over the past few years, and they're amazing. But yeah,
I like things that are like a little cheesy on purpose. Like, you guys ever heard of the band Glory Hammer? You ever heard Glory Hammer?
No, but I like them already.
Oh, dude, like their lyrics are just like completely absurd. It's like a D&D thing,
Right,
but it's like also like sci-fi. It's absurd, but it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it if you want to listen to this. It's stupid, but it's fun stuff.
I'll have a listen.
All right, my first pickup here. I just did a pickup video recently. I can't believe I still have more stuff, but here is Milty Blood. Actress Credenza. This is a fighting game for the system, and hopefully I have some footage here. If you like fighting games, boom.
Okay.
You have that. It's on the cheap too, but I got this in a bundle, thankfully. A bundle of games. Pretty much. Should
have got footage for that sheep game. What was I thinking?
But if you appreciate like a 2D fighting game, especially with sprite work, I mean, this game would be right up your alley. And I think it's very cheap. It goes for like maybe $10, maybe 15, 20 at the most. But yeah, there's that one. I also got, it's kind of funny here, it's a sequel, which is Milty Blood Actress again. And I showed a little bit of footage of that one. Kind of looks the same, but it's a better game. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's the other game. Hold on, I showed you the original. There we go. Wrong icon. There you go. This is the sequel. Actress again. Pretty cool stuff here.
Yeah, nice sprite work.
Yeah. I hate that this is a lost art, but man, we still got a lot of classics that we can play when it comes to 2D sprite work. So there's that one. And let me see here. There it is. If you're a fan of the King of the Fighters series, I got King of the Fighters 99 for Neo Geo. And
nice.
Yeah, 99 is like, I think it's the second to last one that SNK made before they went bankrupt, but it's a pretty solid game and everything, especially if you like the strikers and all that type of stuff. Pretty cool. I'm actually actively collecting for Neo Geo CD.
Yeah, it's much cheaper than AES and MPS for sure.
100%.
But I really like Neo Geo CD. The soundtracks really make it. The loading's an issue, but yeah, especially with fighting games. But some games they load into memory in one shot, so yeah, they're not too bad really. But yeah, the King of Fight, I love 96 myself, but a lot of people say 98 is the pinnacle of the series.
Yeah, my personal favorite. Yeah, 90. I mean, it's good. 96 is good. That was the one that really opened the series up to the combinations, and like it was a really good game. It laid the foundation down, definitely.
Yeah.
But 2002 Ultimate is my favorite one. That game is so good. Right. Like, oh my god. But the next game here, I have Superhero Spy for Neo Geo CD.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah,
that's unusual genre, really. Cool. You can only move sideways. There were certain sections where you can actually move forwards. But yeah, generally it's side to side action, isn't it? Really unusual. Feels a bit like a boxing game at times.
Exactly.
There you go. And then it sort of alternates between hand to hand and gun combat. But it's a real coin muncher as well. It's really hard.
yeah, definitely. It's like a almost a 2-hour game too. So it's really intense. Yeah, from what I've seen, it's a long game. Well, depending on how good you are at it, I'm guessing. But it looked like it was pretty tough. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's one of the early Neo Geo titles. But yeah, the scaling effects really helped it to stand out in the arcades. Yeah, the huge sprites. Yeah, pretty interesting game.
Unique. Back then, they were trying new stuff. Like I
Yeah.
like that. Like they were like
being creative. Yeah, was what we want. This one's a weird one, but it came in a bundle. This is I had to pull it up real fast too. Import PS2 game is called Nurse Witch Kagumi, Chan. And yeah, just the footage here. I mean, it's a sprite-based game, so I decided to pick it up. Let me pull it up real fast here. It's like one of these games. Like it's like a gallery where you like
a single screen arcade game.
clear out the screen and everything like that. So I was like, man, this is pretty cool. You know what I mean? So I said, yep, let me go ahead and get that one. I mean, the title
was that a hypodermic needle? What was that?
I know, right? This was like an anime series, I believe, but I'm not totally sure. But it's got animated cutscenes in it, like kind of like a reward, like intro when you finish a level or ending or something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, reminds me of Don Doko Don and a bit of Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, exactly. Next game here. Whoa, just dropped a bunch of stuff. Oh well. Vampire Resurrection for the PS3. This is like Darkstalkers 2 and 3, I believe, in a collection. Yeah. And
great game.
There we go. You know, so they were trying to bring Darkstalkers back, but unfortunately it didn't catch on. So Capcom kind of abandoned doing a new one again. They want to get more interest in it.
I think it's hard. I mean, they've kind of perfected that game. Yeah, what more can you do with it?
Exactly.
It's just the character designs, the locations, the mechanics. It's all just perfect. Really, it's such a great combat game. But yeah, hard to really improve on it. I think. I
think it's like almost a perfect game.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it to 3D. I think the sprite, the pixel art's just incredible in that game.
Exactly. Next game here is a hidden gem. I've talked about this on my channel before, and hopefully, Joe, you have this game. I'm pretty sure you do. It's not expensive, thankfully, but this is Tokabot for the PS2. Oop, I showed the footage too fast. The game reminds me of Mega Man Legends, and it just total hidden gem, man. Nobody knows about it, unfortunately. It's pretty much an adventure game where you use these Tokabots, these robots. Use them as weapons, like our accessories to kind of get to certain parts, like of these temples you go to. And it's just overall like just so much fun. They don't make games like this anymore, at least the ones that we notice. And the game unfortunately didn't sell well. It came out on PSP first, and the PSP version was cool, but it didn't have all the extras that the PS2 version had. Like you guys see the animated cutscenes here. There's voice acting in this version of the game, so it makes it feel alive. Where the PSP one is like, oh, this cool game, but it's not alive. It doesn't make me feel like I want to dive into it. But the PS2 one, definitely something you might want to pick up if you're looking for a cool adventure game. And it's not expensive. So thankfully for that, people can pick it up without breaking the bank. Oh, camera got all messed up again. Sorry about that. I got this camera I got from Goodwill years ago.
Deep cuts today, Reggie. It's some good stuff, man.
Yeah, okay, so next game, another fighting game here. Arcana Heart Part 2. It only came out on the PS2 in Japan. We wanted it to come out to America, but Atlas didn't pick it up for us. Upset at them for this. It's an all-girl fighting game, but it's really good, man. Lots of cool combinations, cool super moves, lots of characters. A very, very tough secret boss in this game. If you fight the secret boss in this game, you're in for like a treat. Well, not a nightmarish treat, because that sucker is like unbeatable almost. I don't even understand how they could like even have that boss in the game. It's terrible.
Now that's true arcade design. That's like the meme. They're like, oh, you actually got to the end? Well, here's an unbelievably ungodly boss that you can't ever practice against. Is gonna whoop your ass. It's gonna take you $20 just to see him.
Yeah,
this boss is like worse than Neo Geo bosses though. That's the SMK bosses don't have nothing on that the super boss in this game. I was like, dude, what is going on? I like the camera zooming in and out. I like how this gives you a bigger field of view. That's cool.
Right near edge, yeah.
Give you that cinematic view and everything like that. But that's a cool one to have. I also got here the next one, upgraded Brave Fencer Musashi, which is a total hidden gem on the system. I love this game very much. I originally got this for the Final Fantasy VIII demo. My mom got it for me for Christmas years ago, and I played that demo for like 3 months and loved it. But when I finally played the game, I was blown away. I said, "Dude, I can't believe I haven't played this game like this long. I've had it." And dude, such a great game, man. I mean, it kind of shows you that like when certain people put a game together, And then like when they try to make a sequel and those people aren't a part of it, you know, you can't replicate that same like feeling the first one had. I mean, this one, the people who made this game did a great job, man. It's just, I actually want to play it right now probably after the stream, just to kind of feel that nostalgia again. But yeah, Reference to Musashi definitely ahead of its time.
Yeah, I mean, I've told you the story before, but like that's the game that started all this madness for me, right?
Yeah,
I had,
really?
Yep, dude. I was just sitting there, like, so that was one of my childhood games, and that was like a very unique experience. You know what I mean? And like, I just sitting around one day, and I literally was like, "Damn, I want to play Brave Fencer Musashi." That's like how my whole collecting thing started, was that particular game. And I remember I let my friend borrow it, and I called him, and I'm like, "You still got that game?" And he brought it over like in shame. It was like completely annihilated, like cracked in half, like just like beyond repair, like dead beyond dead. And he was just like, oh, and I'm like, oh.
See, that's the thing about borrowing games today. You could just tell someone, hey, let's download it, man. You don't have to borrow it from me. Just download the game.
Oh, I straight up just tell people no. I'm not a nice person. No. I would literally rather I would give someone like buy an extra copy and let them borrow that. You can give it back when you're done. Seriously, I'm not letting people borrow my games. No, not anymore.
Next game here came in the bundle as well. One of my favorite games of all time. Probably is my favorite game of all time. We have a Steambot Chronicles. Yes, Steambot Chronicles. It's an amazing game. It's a sandbox game, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but where you can go where you want. And you can follow a certain storyline if you want, or you can change the storyline if you want. Like you can be a bad guy or a good guy. You can make money by like playing music on the streets, mini games, gamble. I mean, the game has so much personality. It's so good, and I'm sad a lot of people don't know about it. They were making a sequel for it, but after the tsunamis, I think the company decided to kind of cancel making a sequel for it. It's going to be available on the PS3, and yeah, I'm hoping that somebody will pick it up because they got a lot of work done on the sequel for it. But yeah, it's such a good game, guys. If you haven't played Steambot Chronicles, I would say definitely, add that one to your radar if you can find it for a good deal.
Was there like a spin-off of that game or like
on the PSP? Yeah. PSP had 2 spin-offs. One was like story based, and one was like based off of a mini game that's in this game. But you can see how the music is played in the game. Like you can play music and everything, and you got to follow the line. So yeah, man,
there's a lot going on in that game.
It really is, man. But it's like one of those first games that you like. It's like the game is actually alive. Like the people, the characters, like the voices and everything. Like they just did such a good job. This is when Atlas was like the limited run company back in the day, when they were only putting out certain amounts of copies of games, and like they really put a lot of effort into making this game like really feel like something special. I would say when it comes to voice acting and stuff like that. So, Steambot Chronicles. Hopefully, some people will add it on their radar. And then, oh yeah, almost done here. I got another Neo Geo CD game, and that is Cyberlip. Yes.
Oh yeah, the sort of side-scrolling kind of Contra run and gun with some weird bosses.
Very weird bosses, man. This game has some nightmare fuel for real. Yeah. I was like, what the heck is this? And they start you up with this pellet gun kind of. When you get the little upgrades, you're good and everything like that. But man, some of the bosses are like, dude, it's like, and that's hardcore Contra. I was kind of comparing it to that one. That's probably one of the best, run and gun shooters I've ever played. Like seriously, but going back years, that's the nightmare fuel right there. Look at that thing. Like, ugh. But yeah, awesome. Cyberlip, Neo Geo CD, and then I think I'm down to my last one, or second to last. This one actually came in the mail the other day. This is Donut Dodo.
Oh yeah,
nice.
They got a physical release.
You got it on the Switch. Oh, cool. It is on the Evercade too.
Yeah.
It's on the new Sunsoft.
Yeah, it's got that real 8-bit vibe. I love single screen games. I think it's.
Me too.
I think if you can create a game that works in a single screen, then you've done well.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then they have a 2-player version. I think that's coming out for it because I believe this game is in arcades and everything. So
all right.
Pretty
cool.
I've
been like really into like Atari lately and playing tons of games like this lately. Just going back and playing ones. Yeah, dude, these games are so good.
They are, man. And if they can
sometimes that's what you need, isn't it? Just a few elements put together on the single screen. Yeah, I mean Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Tetris, these some of the greatest games ever made, and
I still play Miss Pac-Man like all the time when I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to play. Yeah, it's always fun, man. I play the Super Nintendo version. So good, dude.
You gotta play the 1-up arcade version when you can turn up the speed. Oh man, those versions are the best ones, man. Best experiences.
The SNES has the speed boost turbo thing. That's why I liked. Yes, that's why I like. And the SNES version has like you can make the maps bigger, so you can have like giant levels and stuff like that. Give yourself like a little more shot. Yeah, it's great. Super fun.
And my last one is Valken Assault Suit. This game was released on the Super Nintendo as Cybernator. You guys remember that? Little bit of wrong game. Got to go to the right. Oh, it's at the top here. I got to try to figure out how to do all this like properly, where just a button push. There we go. So the American version called Cybernator came out here was like, I guess it was edited. This version is unedited of the game, so it has that crazy ending that they cut out for us and some other stuff. So pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, run and gun mech game. So definitely, I think a lot of people will want to pick this up. And that is
know about this. I'm amazed. Any type of game like this, I feel like I'm all over this. I'm amazed I haven't heard of this.
It's Konami at their best, really. In the early to mid 90s. It's excellent, great soundtrack as well. And I think the American release, like Reggie said, they stripped out all the the radio chat.
They did.
I could be wrong.
They did. They 100%. You're right. They cut out the ending that was pretty, out there, I would say, at the time. And they cut out a lot of stuff they didn't need to. They didn't let the game be its own thing. And obviously they changed the name of it, which is weird. Cybernator. They thought that was a better name. So, but it got a re-release recently, and I picked it up. So happy to have this and everything in the collection. So and that's pretty much it.
Is that Japanese only?
No, it came out to America as Cybernator, but the Japanese version this version right here was released by a company, Retrobit. So. Yeah,
I thought you meant like back in the day it came out as Cybernator or something. I didn't know.
It did.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, in Europe as well.
Yep. So that's it for me.
That's sick, dude. Good stuff, man. See, this is why I went first. Now my sheep fucking game ain't gonna hold up.
No, man, that's gonna be
maybe in the long run it will. Someday that'll be the most valuable game shown in this video. You mark my words.
You get that Watto graded,
That's right. You're the only copy that's not all sticky. Congratulations. You get the highest grade. Sorry. Go ahead, man. What you got for us?
You want me to go through what I've been picking up a few things recently. Trying to get some Super Famicom games because they're very hard to come by in good condition.
I know that game.
That's Area 88 or UN Squadron as it's known in America and Europe. Recently watched the anime with my daughter and she loved it. It's quite brutal, but excellent anime, excellent game.
What's funny about that game?
Oh, good, Reggie.
Yeah, we actually worked with. Oh, sorry, Reggie.
No, you're good. The arcade version, the Super Nintendo version, is actually considered better than the arcade version.
I would say so. Yeah, it's more of a console game, so you've got the mission select screen, and it's just got a bit more meat to it, a bit more depth. It's excellent. And we actually work with the Japanese musician Manami Matsume, who wrote the soundtrack for this. So I had to pick that up. What else have we got? Also grabbed Axley. I'm a big fan of Capcom and Konami, so I just like to have a lot of the classics from their back catalog.
So if you guys don't know that game, that's an amazing shmup from the SNES, and it's got like insane perspectives.
Horizontal and vertical shmup all in one.
Like all over the place. That's lots of things, but it's really cool.
Yeah, again, it's just Konami at their best, really. Real technical showcase for the SNES. Great soundtrack, great level design, boss design. Yeah, everyone should have it. Another.
That's got to be an expensive game, though. Actually,
it's close to like $100 now.
Anything good is anything as good as expensive.
Yeah, especially with these Super Famicom games, they're hard to get in nice boxes. So yeah, you have to pay a few quid more, sadly. But yeah, also picked up Castlevania 4. Oh, there it is. Nice to have that in good condition.
Right. Yeah.
And Contra as well, Contra 3 or Contra Spirits.
Yeah.
Which is just one of the best Super
Definitely
Nintendo
good one.
games or Super Famicom games. Then I've been getting a few PS1 bits as well. Time Crisis.
Yes.
Ace Combat 3. Again, I think in the same way that Konami and Capcom really dominated the Super Nintendo, I think Namco really dominated the PS1. So I've been just picking up
Tekken 3.
a lot of the classic Namco stuff, really. Tekken 3, Ridge Racer Revolution.
Tekken 3 at the time was just light years ahead of everything.
They didn't even know it was going to be like, they didn't know if the PlayStation could handle it. I remember, and it looked great on the PlayStation 1.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's nuts, wasn't it? Yeah, they upped the resolution and somehow squeezed more performance out of the machine. Yeah, it's just an incredible game. And I think they still play it at tournaments now. You know, it's still considered as a good Tekken game.
Now you have to pay to play Eddie Gordo.
Do you? Oh no, come on.
Tekken 8, he's a downloadable character.
DLC. He's DLC now.
Oh man, no, Eddie should be a main selectable character. Come on.
So I've complained that I will not buy that game, but I have a loophole now because my roommate bought it for me. So now I can play Tekken and bitch about it and not be a hypocrite. So I'm very pleased. I was like, oh, this is the best of both worlds. Thank you.
Funny. You're in the element. Again, another PS1 classic, Biohazard. Also known as Resident Evil to you guys. Ridge 4.
Yes, that's my favorite one.
Superb. Tekken 2, which actually that's my favorite Tekken game, actually, just for the aesthetics and the music. Everything just clicked with Tekken 2.
The intro was hot in that game. That's my favorite intro music. The intro they played in that game. Oh my god, it's so good.
Namco and the PlayStation 1 were just like a match made in heaven, really. Also got Raystorm, which I really love.
Very good.
Yeah, very cool Taito shooter with music by Zuntata. Interesting lock-on mechanic, which you also saw in Ray Force or Layer Section, I think it was called. Ace Combat 2 I picked up. I just love the soundtrack and the presentation and arcadey sort of flight sim gameplay.
I could tell that I like why I like your games, because you like all the games that I like play when I play. I'm like, anything you can shoot, any shooting ships games, flying, anything, I'm just down, man. Like, I love Ace Combat, all that stuff. It's so funny, man.
Yeah. To me, the PS1 was the best machine, really, in terms of the variety of games and the quality of the games. It was superb machine. And speaking of variety, there's Ghost in the Shell as well, which is really cool.
You guys got a way better cover than us.
It's a bit rude, isn't it? But I guess you call it a 3D shooter, but I mean, it really is truly 3D, as your tank can climb up walls and cling onto the ceiling. And the soundtrack's again amazing. It's lots of sort of hard techno, sort of Dave Angel. What was it? Spook and Spell. Loads of great stuff. Just been getting really into PS1 recently, and it's all quite cheap as well. It's generally about 10-15 quid.
Where you are,
good time to
cheap. Raystorm ain't cheap here.
I think it's a good time to collect for PS1 before the prices. Before Reggie starts talking about hidden gems and the prices go crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's funny. I remember the video I did, like me and Jason did years ago, was PS2 hidden gems. That was the PS2 gems video that everybody went mad for, and prices went up. Like, that's the first time I talked about this game called Samurai Western that no one heard of for the PS2, which is an awesome game. That game was $20. man, eBay, people were trying to sell it for like almost $200, and people were buying it. I was like, dude,
What?
yeah, people were going, they go insane for hidden gems, man, or just like they can't have something, they want it, and they just, I don't know, but that was crazy. So nowadays, when we talk about hidden gems, we try to do more modern games, so everybody can like have access to them. Because when you do hidden gems on old games, they're like are sold secondhand. That's when the people can scop up the price or whatever like that. And then but yeah, good old hidden gems. Oh, one more game I got. I didn't have footage for it, but I'm happy I finally got it. And Mike, I thought you might want to pick this one up, man. This game is cool. It's called CyberOrg. CyberOrg. Yeah, it's made by Squaresoft. And it was made in 1999. The game's in English. It has Japanese text, but it's fully voiced in English. It's like this crazy story mode. These characters I can't go too much into it because I haven't played it yet, but it's awesome, like kind of like a beat 'em up dungeon crawler adventure in a way. Not dungeon crawler, but it's like it's a crazy game that a lot of people don't know about. And it's one of those games that should have came out to America, and it would have did well, but I guess they didn't think it would sell or whatever like that. But Squaresoft did a good job with the development of this game. Like the production values are high for a PS1 game.
Have you got any footage?
No, I was going to capture footage, and then it was like last minute because I didn't capture footage for this one. But I'll send you some footage later though of it, some good footage of it later. Yeah,
it'd be interesting. I might have played it, but it kind of rings a bell. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. My buddy's in Japan right now. I said, "Hey man, can you find this game for me?" He said no one had it, and I was like, "Dude, let me just go off eBay." So I got off eBay. And it got here quicker than normal. Like I ordered it from Japan. It got here like 3 days. I was like, wow. That shit was awesome.
Fixie's
maybe it was Fixie.
Yeah.
Was it Fixie? Yeah, maybe. No. That'd be cool if it was Fixie. I would ask for a discount. But anyways, CyberOrg, PS1.
I love the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's just the old nostalgia hit me, but I'm like just been so obsessed with late 80s, early 90s anime lately. Oh my god, like that style of artwork. It's so good, dude. And like I think I just hate computer everything. I don't like computer generated anything. I like hand-drawn cartoons, man. I like practical effects in my movies. I like the old way they used to do it. Like I'd rather watch like puppets and like the Jim Henson stuff and the new Ring of Power. I don't give a crap. Like I don't know. Like it just doesn't. We're not talking about video games, obviously. Those I kind of expect those to be computer graphics. I'm talking about films, and I'm talking about like I don't know certain things. Like I don't know, man. It don't look right.
Yeah, stuff gets watered down eventually when they find easier ways to do things. I mean, the golden era of anime, obviously, to me, was the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, you could say even late 90s, too. Video games, for me, golden era, PlayStation 1 to PS2 era. That era is, like, untouchable to me. But, yeah, it's just like, man, true animation is just not really hard to find it these days. Like, wait, that stuff was animated. Because remember when they called it Japanimation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called Japanimation back then. It's like that. It had his own little title.
I used to go to Suncoast Video.
Whoa.
They had a Japanimation section. And like if you wanted a tape, like a cassette, they were like $80. And you had to order them basically because all they would have in stock would be like maybe a couple Dragon Ball Z's. Like a couple, like that's it. And then
those
anything
with like 3 episodes on them. Ugh.
Yeah, and so basically, if you wanted anything cool, you would have to order it, and it was so expensive. It was like $80, $90, and stuff like that to get VHS tapes back in the day.
Back then,
dude. So I remember.
I used to get I had a friend from Hong Kong, and he'd lend me VHS tapes of Dragon Ball and Saint Seiya, series like that. So yeah, that was my introduction to anime, really. Although I suppose we had Gatchaman in the form of Battle of the Planets. That was a great series that showed on British TV. And there were a few others, but I think there was a lot of French and Japanese collaborations like Ulysses 31. But I remember we had a label called, confusingly, it was called Manga. That was the name of the label over here that distributed anime. But yeah, they put out Akira, Fist of the North Star, Dominion Tank Police, Wicked City, loads of
Wicked
great stuff.
City, wow, that's another one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I just bought that recently and watched that again.
pretty screwed up.
My favorite
Yeah,
scene is the
really
airport
is.
scene when they're walking at the airport and looking at each other and they start running and then all of a sudden they just start fighting each other over the fence. I love that scene so much. But yeah, weird movie.
Yeah,
I mean, not as
I-
weird as Urotsu Kodoji. Those two films were, really out there. But, yeah, probably scarred me for life, actually.
Well, that's what's so funny. Is like I was posting on Twitter about it. I'm like, I've decided to pick up all those animes that I used to watch when I was a kid, and then I rewatched them, and I was like, how the was I watching this when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Who let me watch this? This is outrageous. I can't believe I was watching this. I'm amazed I'm not more best than I am. I don't know, but like that's why, like, I guess like. When everybody's talking about the censorship stuff these days, I'm just like, what is going on? I grew up with way worse stuff, just crazy stuff. Like I remember watching Hellraiser 3 when I was like 12, watching that guy, this girl get her skin ripped off. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And now we're like, we better turn down the blood in the game. I'm like, what? How are we regressing? How could we possibly 30 years later still being like same argument we had with Mortal Kombat 2, like, oh, there's blood in the game. Like, come on, dudes. Like, are we just standing still? Are we going back in time? I don't know. It's crazy to me. And we have ratings. It says M for mature.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
I think if the rating on the box is clear enough, then it's really down to the adults have really got to be more responsible and not let their young kids play such games, but that shouldn't spoil it for everyone else.
Exactly.
No, and you shouldn't be playing games if you're easily offended. Like, you don't get the new Grand Theft Auto if you're gonna be upset about it. Just don't play it.
Yeah.
Get Animal Crossing. You can go catch some fish. Have a nice day. You don't have to do that. Like, it's weird. It's I don't want to go off on a huge tangent, but like, I don't know. There's too many people trying to tell other people what they can and can't like, and that's just not how it works, guys. It's not how it works. It's never how it's worked. It's funny because it used to be people telling one group of people what they can and can't like, and now those people are telling everybody what they can't like. It's like, what the hell's going on? It's none of it makes sense. Why doesn't everyone just leave each other alone and just make fun of each other like we're like normal? Isn't that how we should handle things? That's how we should handle things. We should just all be able to make fun of each other and have a good time. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to make fun of me for liking boobies and Stellar Blade, go ahead. I don't care. Knock yourself out. You can make fun of me all you want. Doesn't mean I don't want to play that game and I don't want to look at them. I don't give a shit. I don't care if that bothers you at all. It doesn't bother me. But if you want to make a game that has, like, a bunch of hideous looking women in it, knock yourself out. It doesn't bother me at all. I would never tell you not to. The problem is when they make stuff nobody buys it, then they get mad. And so then it's a problem that you like something that's different because you're not buying what they want you to buy. So that's what it's down to. And you can't force people to buy stuff. You can't force people to like your stuff. It's just not how it works.
That's true.
No. I think it's a clever move, though, isn't it? Caught in controversy. We did it with one of the games I tested back when I was 19, 20 was Carmageddon, which was all about running people over, for points. And that caused huge uproar. But actually, it was the best marketing the game could have possibly received. It was on all the newspapers. It was on TV. I think even the Pope wanted the game banned. So, you can see why certain companies will exploit that controversy for financial gain. I don't blame them, but I don't think we'd go down that route.
So another thing too, just right before we go again, I want to tell everybody about the store. Bitmap Bureau store is back up. If you guys want to check it, we'll have a link in the description.
Yeah.
For the video and everything. Like, definitely, if you want to look at some of the titles they've had or they have here, here's a Battle Axe, for example, that is going to be available on a compilation that is going to be releasing pretty soon. You also see another one, which is one of my favorites, a Final Vendetta, a good, awesome beat 'em up. You want old school beat 'em up like Final Fight? Better than Final Fight. I'll even go there and say better than Final Fight because the combination juggles and everything like that. And then, of course, the epic Xeno Crisis, which everybody should have in their collection in their house. Awesome, fantastic game. And then we'll go even a little bit more old school with 88 Heroes is up on the channel on the webpage. So definitely check that one out too as well. You know, a lot of work went into this one. Hand-drawn sprites for each hero. So even the Switch version adds 10 more heroes. So they added 10 more heroes for the Switch version. So you get 98 heroes with that one. So definitely check these games out, guys.
88 wasn't enough. Yeah. Thanks, Reggie.
And then that collection, is that coming out in July, I believe, right?
I think so. Yeah. I've just had my head buried in game dev for the last few months, really. So I'm not too sure what's going on with releases, but yeah, I think it's on pre-order now on Amazon, places, all the good toy stores and all that. So pretty sure it's coming out in July.
I would definitely get it, guys, if you're into collecting, because if you buy those 3 games separately, you're looking at like $200 at least, probably on the PS4.
Yeah.
So, the collection's going to be a good way to go, and then it's just also convenient. So I'll be picking it up for sure. Also looking forward to your new games, man. Not just these ones. Truly am, especially like if you guys obviously make a shmup, and if you put it on every platform like Xeno Crisis, I will probably buy it on every platform. So I don't single-handedly support that release. So
we'll get there. Yeah, you'll be the first to know if we make a shmup. Don't worry, Joe.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. Any last parting words? Anybody? Anything? No? Any big speeches? Braveheart or anything? No?
No, I'm good. It's been a pleasure, though. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's
honored to have you on.
Great to talk to Reggie finally as well, because we've been tweeting at each other for like years now, and
I know, right?
yeah, finally got to talk to the guy.
Yeah,
very cool. Yeah, well, this was a lot of fun, man, and it was really cool to have your insight on the development and everything, and hope to have you back on when you're promoting the next thing or you got going on, and that was a lot of fun.
That'd be great, Joe. Yeah, we got some big games coming out later this year, so if you'd have us back, I'll happily talk about them and anything else. I like the quiz. Yeah, I'm up for another quiz for sure.
Can you give us maybe any hints to any of the future projects? Or
I don't know. I might get sacked. So
no.
Really
right. Gotcha.
It's based on a film. That's all I can say.
Okay, cool.
Based on a
right
film.
on.
That's suitably vague. There you go. You can speculate as much as you like.
Adventures in Babysitting confirmed.
Let's go.
No. All right, cool, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Coming up next show, we got CAG coming on. So if you guys want to join, that should be awesome. Got the CAG man.
CAG man.
Heck yeah. And have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thanks.
Cheers, guys.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting tips, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song, gonna break the song. Gonna run this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting tips, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the